Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Slim Tech Automation. So thank you for each and everyone who are supporting me by watching our videos from our channel Slim Tech Automation. So those videos are getting very good response with the help of your support only. I hope you people will continue the same in further videos as well. So today we are going to discuss about the very important concept called string, right? The important concept called string concepts in Java. So where if you are attending for any interviews, the most of the questions will come from this concept only if you want to grow your career as an automation test engineer. So behalf of that, so let's started with this today tutorial that is called what is a string. Okay, before that, a character means what is a character here. A character data type allows only single value at a time, right? A character data type will allows only single value at a time. So below is the example, that is char data type c equals to, I mentioned some variable that is inside one single quotations, that is a. Okay, so if I mention sequential characters for the same data type, that is char d equals to automation. Okay, so it will throw you some error because a character will only accept one value at a time. But if I want to work with strings, so string will allow you to store sequential of characters, right? So for that purpose we have to use string concepts here. Okay, here string is nothing but a sequence of characters, and also string is a class, not at all a data type. Okay, string is nothing but a sequence of characters and string is a class, it is not a data type. For example, how we can initialize a string here, this is how we can initialize, that is string selenium. Okay, string is nothing but a sequence of characters, and also string is a class, it is not a data type. So how we can initialize a string here, the example of string hyphen selenium within the double quotes. Okay, so the next slide here is how we can create a string. So before that, if we want to create a string, so there are two ways to create a string. So the first one is with the help of string literal, and the second one with the help of new keyword. Okay, the first way to create a string here is string literal, and the second way to create a string here is using of new keyword. Okay, first I will tell you about how to create a string with the help of string literal. Okay, creating a string with the help of string literal, here Java string literal is created by using of the double quotes. Okay, here you can see the example, string str equals to selenium within double quotes. Okay, this is how we can create a string with the help of string literal. Okay, whenever we are going to create a string by using of string literal, that complete information is stored in some memory. That memory is called as string constant pool area. Okay, whenever we are going to create a string with the help of string literal concept, that complete information is stored in some memory. That memory is called as string constant pool area. Okay, here if we are going to create any string with the help of string literal, that complete information is going to store in some memory. That memory is called as string constant pool area. I will show you with some example also. Here you can see, so I created a string with the help of string literal concept. Here the first one is string str1 equals to, I passed one string that is selenium. So the next one also string str2 equals to automation. The third one is also string str3 equals to automation. Here if you can observe, this is one string constant pool area. So where these are all the strings, right? These three strings are going to store into some string constant pool area along with these object references, that is string str1 and str2 and str3. Okay, here if we initialize one string with the help of string literal, I mean string constant pool area, it is going to store into some string constant pool area, so that is selenium. So in the same way we are initializing with the help of string literal. So and these two references, that is string 2 and string 3, is going to store into some string constant pool area, but these two are pointing to the same object only. Okay, so the description here is, here the string is already available with the same in string constant pool area. For example, here automation which is already available in string constant pool area, again we created one more automation, and again this one also storing into the same memory, that is called string constant pool area. So what will happen if two strings which are same and which is going to store into some string constant pool area, what will happen at this scenario? So for the next objects, it won't create any new object, it will point to the previous reference only. For string 3 automation also, it is pointing to the previous reference, that is str2. Okay, it won't allow, it won't allow the duplicate objects. Okay, string constant pool area won't allow duplicate objects. When I am trying to create duplicate objects, so the string constant pool area, it won't allow duplicate objects, but it will always point to the previous reference only, that is str2. So creating a string with the help of new keyword. Okay, how we can create a string with the help of new keyword? Here you can see string str equals to new string of selenium. Okay, with the help of new keyword, I created a string that is called as a string str. So likewise, I am creating two more strings with the help of new keywords. Here you can see for string 2 and string 3, I am creating the same values, that is automation, and I am going to store into some heap memory area. Here you can see this description. Whenever we are going to create a string with the help of new keyword, which is going to be stored in some heap memory area, at this stage it will create an object. Okay, whereas if you go to that string constant pool area, it won't allow any duplicate objects, but whereas if you create any string with the help of new keyword, it will allow duplicate objects and it will create a new object for the duplicated string also. Okay, this line will tell about that the same only. Whenever we are going to create a string by using of new keyword, it is going to be stored in some heap memory area. So during this time, what will happen? During this time, inside that heap memory area, it is going to create one more new object for that duplicated item, duplicated string. So this is how we can briefly explain about this one. Like, I created string str1 with the help of new string. So I am passing here the string as selenium, which is going to store into some heap memory with some object that is called selenium. So likewise, I created two more strings here, the same objects, automation and automation, but in heap memory area, it is creating new object for every time for new strings. Okay, instead of checking previous object, it will directly creates a new object. But whereas it comes to string constant pool area, it won't create any new object, it will always pointing to the previous object reference only. But here in string but here with the help of new keyword, when creating string with the help of new keyword, it will give you every time a new object to store that object reference inside this heap memory area. Okay, heap memory allows duplicate objects. We can't compare two different addresses and two different memories at a time. Okay, with the help of string new keyword, we are not able to compare two different addresses and two different memories. Okay, and also whether the two strings are same or not, it doesn't matter, it will create a new object, which means string new keyword, with the help of new keyword we are going to create a string, means it will allows the duplicate objects. Okay, but whereas string constant pool area, it is not going to allow the duplicate objects. If you create one new duplicate object also, it will always point to the previous reference only. Okay, that is about how we can create a string with the help of new keyword. So here strings are immutable objects. If your interviewer will ask you about is strings are immutable objects, you can tell him here immutable means constant. Okay, once if we created, it is not going to change. Okay, here immutable means constant, that value should be the same only, it cannot be changed once it has been created. Once if we create, it is not going to change at any time. So that's why we can call this immutable as constant. Okay, for mutable means it is quietly opposite to that immutable term. Here mutable means it is not a constant. To handle this kind of scenarios or situations, we need to use two classes. The first one is here string buffer and the second one here is string builder. Okay, these two are mutable classes where that string is not constant, we can able to change it anytime. Okay, that is why that is what about mutable objects. Okay, so here string builder is more efficient compared to the string buffer to use. Okay, to use string builder is more efficient compared to the string buffer. So I will discuss about these classes like string builder and string buffer in my next video. Okay, I will let you know once if that video got completed. I will upload in my channel. You can go to that video as well. Okay, string builder is more efficient compared to the string buffer to use. Okay, so the next one is what are all the methods which are available inside the string class. Okay, so the first method here is length method. So what does this length method will do here? It will return the length of a string. Okay, it will returns the length of a string. For example, if I created one string with the help of string literal concept, so how I can create? So I will create like string str equals to selenium within the double quotes. So then I'm going to take this object reference, that is str. So then I'm going to use this length method here. So then I'm going to print that str.length. What is that length value? I will get that in console part. Okay, so the next method here is if I want to concatenate two strings, for example selenium and automation, there are two strings. I want to combine these two at a time, means so there is a method that is called concatenate method. With the help of this concatenate method, we can easily combine two strings, that is selenium and automation. The overall output will be selenium automation. Like the same I updated here also, like if you want to add multiple strings, so for this we have to use two approaches. So the first approach is with the help of plus operator, and the second approach is with the help of concatenation method. Okay, the first approach here is with the help of plus operator, and the second approach here is with the help of concatenation method. Okay, so here I shown you the two approaches, how we can how we can concatenate two strings with the two approaches. The first approach here is str1 plus str2, which means string str that equals to selenium and string str2 equals to automation. There are two strings. I am going to combine these two strings with the help of plus operator. That is our first approach, right? So for that I am taking one more string object, that is string str3 equals to str1 plus str2. Okay, so then you will get like selenium automation. So the next approach here is we can use concatenate method also. For that string str3 equals to str1 dot concatenate of str2. If we can do in this way, you will get the console output as selenium automation. Okay, these two will do the same result only. These two will produce the same result only, whether it should be like plus operator with the help of plus operator, or it should be with the help of concatenate method. So those two approaches will give you the same output in the form of selenium automation. Okay, so the next method here is replace method. So what does this replace method will do? So okay, replace method will replace the characters on the given string. For example, you can see here string str equals to Java within the double quotes. This is also with the help of string literal concept. I created one string that is called as string str equals to Java. So here I am going to use that replace method. So how we can call this replace method? With the help of object reference str dot replace of. So where I am going to replace this j with the new value, that is k. So if I mention like these two, old character and a new character, for example old string and new string. Okay, so here if I do like this string str dot replace, so then how it will show you KAVA, because we replaced the j with k, right? So that's why you will get output as KAVA. Okay, and also if I want to store this information into some one variable, so how we can create one variable to store all these details? So we will create one variable like string replaced equals to str dot replace of j comma k. String replace equals to str dot replace j comma k. Okay, so then we are going to print the statement with the help of this statement. Okay, so how we can store this value inside one variable, string replaced equals to str dot replace of j comma k. So then which is going to store into some replaced variable here. Okay, so then what is our next method which is available inside this strings concept? So that is, what is our next method which is available here? So that is substring. Okay, the method which is available here is substring. One second guys. Okay, so here the next method is substring. So substring is also a part of a string. Okay, for example here string str equals to selenium automation. I created a string here. So now what I am going to print here, system.out.println str dot substring of 5 and also str dot substring of 0 comma 6. here if I mention like system.out.println str.substring of 5 means, so it will give you the output as automation. Okay, it will give you the output as automation. Okay, and also if you do like system.out.println of str.substring of 0 comma 6, here 0 is begin index and 6 is the end index. So okay, so if I write this line, so how you will get output in console, you will get inside this console output as it will start from selenium. Okay, 0 is the index value and end index value here is a, that is 6 value. So in this way you will get output like automation comma selenium a. Okay, so the next method here is replace method. For example, there is a some there I am getting some white spaces along with the string, so I can replace these, I can replace these white spaces with the help of replace method. Okay, sorry guys, so I will do this with the help of replace method. So I forget to update replace method here. I will discuss it later, or I will discuss in this video only. So for example, now we can consider it as the example for trim method. Okay, so you can consider this an example for trim method. So what is the use of trim method here? With the help of trim method we can easily remove the so I already discussed about replace method here, sorry for that. So this method is for trim method. Okay, so this trim method is used to eliminate white spaces between a string before and after a string. Okay, this trim method will do, it will remove before and after some white spaces of a particular string. So if we do like that, like string str equals to selenium, if I mention, so these are all the empty spaces before that string, and also these are all the empty spaces after the string. So I want to remove these empty spaces or white spaces. So how we can use this method? With the help of that object reference, I can call this method, that is trim method. So now it will remove all the white spaces before that string and also after all the white spaces from after the string. So, okay, you will get inside the console without spaces, that is selenium. So the next method here is starts with method. So what is the use of starts with method? Okay, what is the use of starts with method? So what is the use of starts with method? So it will return you the string, it will return you the value in the format of boolean type. Okay, it will return the boolean values. For example, here string str equals to selenium automation. So if I will do system.out.println str dot starts with of s means, it will give you the output as true, because this string is starting with s, right? So in the same way, if I use ends with, it will also return you the true, because our string is ending with n. If I mention any other than this n, so you will get definitely as value as false. Okay, so but this starts with method will return you that some boolean values either in the form of true or false. Okay, sorry for this line guys, I just copied and pasted, that's why you are getting this extra line here. But the overall intention here is to know what is the starting value for that particular string and what is the ending value for that particular string. So with the help of these two methods we can easily get that value, and also it will it will give in the format of boolean values only. So the next method here is to compare two strings. How we can compare two strings? With the help of equals method and with the help of double equals to operator. Okay, in equals method we have equals and equals ignores case methods also. In equals method we can have equals method and equal ignore case. If we are using equals method, so it is a case sensitive. Okay, for example, there are two strings, the first one is selenium and the second one is also selenium. So where these two strings are the same case sensitive, okay, which are starting with only small letters, small alphabetical letters. Okay, that is selenium. So if I use equals operator here, so what it will do, str dot equals of the second string, it will give you the true. Okay, so then if I go to equals ignore case, if I am using this method, the first string is starting with capital letter S following by selenium, the second string is following with small s following by selenium. So during this time if I want to compare those two, so I can use this equals ignore case to avoid any errors. Okay, so that's why we can name it as case insensitive. For example, automation, here you can see automation. If I compare these two, automation and automation, so I will get returns as false with which I use if I use equals method. I will get to true if I use equals ignore case, because we are telling that I don't bother about what is the case here. If I am using equals method, that should be the same only. Okay, this is case insensitive, I mean it is case sensitive, and the second one is equals ignore case means it is case insensitive. Okay, the next method here is caret method. So what does this caret method will do? It will return the characters at specified index. For example, I mentioned here string str equals to selenium, so I want to retrieve the character at 0th index. Okay, that is how we can do with the help of object reference str dot caret of 0. If I use 0 here, it will return you the output as s. Okay, because this index value is 0 here for this particular string, so that's why we will get output as s. So then the next slide is, I mean the next method here is how to convert lowercase to uppercase. For example, for string 1 I initialized here like selenium. Okay, I initialized here like selenium. So then I am going to convert this into uppercase. Okay, during this time what method I am going to use? So I am going to use here to uppercase method. Okay, to uppercase method. If I use this object reference dot to uppercase method, so I will get output as capital letters of selenium. Okay, capital letters of selenium, and the same how we can convert from uppercase to lowercase? I will convert with the help of to lowercase method. So how we can convert that one? String str2 equals to automation. So these are all the uppercase letters. So these uppercase letters I am going to convert into lowercase letters. So how we can convert? With the help of object reference of that class dot to lowercase. If we do like this, it will convert you and you will get in the output as automation with all the small letters. Okay, so then the next one is how to convert integer data type to string data type. Okay, how we can convert integer data type to string data type, or any data type to string data type. Okay, any data type here means, for example, here we can have character, float, char data type, float data type, double data type, int data type. Okay, which means the data types, I mean it won't bother about which data type it is, but we can convert any kind of data type to integer data type, I mean string data type. How we can consider? For example, here I am taking to convert integer data type to string data type. How we can convert? So we can initialize one string with the help of string class, with the help of value of I method. This I here, what it is telling, it is integer data type. So now I am going to convert into string data type. You can see here str plus 40. Now we will get console output as 2040 as string format. Okay, so the next one is how to verify sequence of characters are available in the given string or not. Okay, first of all, this return type will be the boolean value. For example, string str equals to selenium automation. This is one string. With the help of string literal, I initialized this one. So now I am going to check whether the value which I am going to check it is available or not in the initialized string, right? So for that, how I am going to do? System.out.println, with the help of string object reference, with the help of contents method, I am going to check this string is containing selenium or not. Okay, so then it will give you the output as true, as it is written in the boolean value. So in the same way, I am going to do one more validation with the help of contents method on the given string, that is automation. So I am going to compare these two strings, whether my string is available or not in the initialized string, that is selenium automation. So if I do compare here, so it will give you as true, because automation is available in that particular string. Okay, so this is all about string concept in Java. So you will get many questions if you are giving interview for people who are having more than 2+ years of experience. So during your interview you will get definitely this question, so be prepared very well. So that's all it for today tutorial. Thanks for watching and thanks for your love and support, and don't forget to like this video if you watch till the end, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel Selenium Tech Automation, and also please do share this video to your friends or colleagues, so that this video will recommend for more people, which will helps us our channel to grow more. And also with this, I hope you will do the same. okay, in further days or in upcoming videos as well. So thanks for watching one more time. So until then, take care everyone. Have a nice day. Signing off, Selenium Tech Automation. Thanks guys.